Morning, everyone. Happy Monday, and we're off to another week here with Scribble Time. So today's topic is going to be pirates. So get your favorite seafaring scallywag, and we'll get to sketching here in a second. So so it's been a great week, tiring weekend for me, but otherwise, hope you guys are doing well. So let's get to drawing some pirates pandas. So hello to Hector in the chat, welcome, and hope you guys are we had a really hot couple days here in Seattle. Somehow it just jumped from like the 60s all the way up to like the mid 80s, so that sounds, it might not sound that hot for some of us or for other people in the country, but here in Seattle, where it rains most of the year, it gets pretty that's pretty toasty for us. So as a result, not all of us got to get good enough sleep, but it's all right. It's all right. So today we're gonna draw some pirates. These are probably gonna be a little bit more stereotypical pirates today. So we're gonna draw probably let's just draw like a Blackbeard type of panda. Like on Saturday, my son decided to wake up at 4:30. He didn't want to go back to bed, and no matter my efforts, I could not get him back to bed. So it's a pretty rough day. Let's see here. So I pretty much was up. I don't know. I think like I finally crashed around right after lunch. Like I had lunch and I just fell apart. So just looking up some. I'm trying to teach my son the importance of a good night's sleep, and he still doesn't quite get it yet. For him, it's sleep just means time taken away from playtime. So goodness me. So it was also Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to some the ladies are out there. We all have mothers, and we wouldn't be here without mothers. So thanks to that, hope you guys, I know this, you guys probably, some of you had breakfast in bed. I don't really, Mrs. Panda doesn't really care for breakfast in bed. It's like, why are you getting your bed all dirty with crumbs and stuff? So but you know, it's the thought that counts, right? So here's the little panda skull that I have. There we go. And let me just fix those teeth. I think I need to make them a little bit cleaner. Gonna add some stubble for our, or maybe he's got to have a beard. A hearty pirate has to have a beard. Now, if I could just draw the beard with without Photoshop acting up on me, it might be okay, but let's fix this eye patch just a little bit to make it seem like it matches a bit more. Yeah, we'll also have like a first mate, kind of like a Smee type. I play this video game, or I play this one online game with my brother on my phone, and it's like it's called Game Pigeon. You play it through your texting, and so there's a game he always likes to play that he always like beats me at, and it's all it's like I forgot the actual name of it, but you're given a tile of letters, and you're supposed to like swipe across the letters to create different words. And so there's always these bunch of random words that I select and create. So one of them is Smee, so I don't actually know what that word means, but apparently it is a real English word. At least that's how the computer game is determining it. So I don't know what Smee means, but if anyone can look it up for me, please let me know. Also, I think other words like F-I-E, and I don't know. Hope I don't. Sometimes you can actually use like not so clean words up there, but it'll recognize it. But it'll in the summary it'll show all the words that you're using, and it will definitely censor out the ones that are a little bit more colorful. Let's just say. Okay, so we're just gonna give him a little bit of that. Give him like a little vest. Of course, he's got to have a really big jacket. Maybe bring this out a little bit here. Actually, let me. He won't have it buttoned up. He's not. I mean, he is a pirate, but he's a little bit more casual pirate, I suppose. And we also got to have a parrot too, so. Let's give him a tiny parrot. Kind of looks like a penguin right now. Alright, let's give him some cufflinks, some give him a jolly good belly here. Let's clear out that silhouette a little bit and give him like the little swashbuckling sword. Okay, give him a little peg leg. Alright, Give me a second. I'm going to close the door just a little bit. Oh, Davy Jones. Yes, Davy Jones would be pretty cool. That was one of the coolest character designs that I've seen, where it's just everything from the performance to just the effects of the tentacles is like, man, that was just... I was kind of watching that. I was like, man, how did they do this? A lot of computers. Sure. Let's see here. Well, this is not so much a Captain Hook style of panda. It seems Captain Hook was a little bit more flamboyant than what we have here. This is more of like a Blackbeard pirate. I was actually thinking about keeping saving this sketch topic for Talk Like a Pirate Day, but that's all the way in September, so it's gonna be quite a while. And it's kind of needing a topic for today, so I decided just to maybe we can revisit it once Talk Like a Pirate Day comes about again. Let's clean this jacket up here, poof it out. Just flipping it. I like to flip it just to get a different perspective on it. See if there's something wrong with it. I mean, these are just more warm-up sketches, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's see. Get this beard a little bit more detail. I don't know, maybe I may make this into a sticker or something. At some point, let's add like a little tear here. Give him a little bit more character. Maybe put a little tear in his coat there. That really sells that illusion that he's a experienced seafarer. Arrgh. I think I'm going to bring that sword out a little bit further. And then we go like that. This sword has seen some much pirating action. Also, with the spring comes allergies. So we got plenty of those. Excuse me. And let's add a little bit. I think he needs a little bit of shoulder like that. There we go. That feels a little bit better. Okay. So just these little accents and stuff that just makes for you know, more character. I could have given him a belt, I suppose, but yeah, let's keep it simple. And give that little okay. All right, so there's our our Blackbeard panda, and then let's go do the other suggestions. Thanks guys for that, Hans and Hector. Now we are going to traverse this stormy seas and get ourselves let's see, let's have another boat. Let's see, let's have our let's change that up. How about this? We just go little dashes are always a little bit difficult because if you put too many at the same time while I'm streaming, then they're gonna start connecting together. So if I go, well, I guess if they're far enough apart, then maybe I can get away with that. Oh no, not right there. Okay, spoke too soon. Okay. Alright, then we got that. Then we also got a little beanie. We'll have this be our, let's see, he'll be, let's put him up here. This will be our first meat panda. Okay. And then we'll put the put our petunia here, or as our mermaid, merpanda, excuse me. Let's shrink this down a little bit so we can get some more action here. Whew. I could sure use another coffee. Get some seashells. There's also always different ways to draw water. Sometimes you could draw it like a lot of times we do like the W's, or we do, sometimes you can actually go something a little bit more simple, more like, because water has all sorts of different characteristics, and it just matters what kind of style you would like. It's about observation too, being able to see and not just rely so much on cliches and stereotypes. Stereotypes are helpful in a way to convey certain ideas really quickly, but if it's too distracting, then if it's the main focus of what you're trying to draw, it tends to be either feels boring, or maybe it's just there's really not much to say, I think. But I still use cliches myself, visual cliches, things like emotions and certain expressions for sure. But you want to rely on them too much. You want to be able, that kind of helps what makes your work unique. If you're if you're listening to this and you're an artist as well, focus on the things that would make that you can make interesting, I guess. A lot of people draw humans, right? So you got to be able to, if you want to make your human feel more unique, you got to be able to like add something unique in terms of the style, or maybe it's the way you're rendering it, or maybe it's the subject matter. Instead of just drawing just a regular person, or just a person standing there, it seems kind of boring. So you have to like find a way to add some oomph and pizzazz to your drawing. So here, for me, it's like my thing that helps make me unique is my pandas, but there's other ways that you can make them feel a little bit more unique. Okay, so I'm going to do this, fix the tail a little bit, splash. Okay, so that's our, let's fix that seashell a little bit, seems a bit misplaced. So what's helpful about these scribble times is that they're warm-ups, so sometimes if I'm not feeling it, the warm-ups definitely help to kind of shake off some of that rust. Because I actually didn't draw at all this weekend because I wasn't feeling very well. But now that I'm back in the saddle again, it's kind of like, well, I have to shake off that initial rust, so these definitely do help. See, so you can do different things with water. You guys can color this in too. So these coloring sheets, again, if you're new to the show, I offer these sketches as free coloring sheets on my website at punchingpandas.com/scribbletime. You'll be able to find them. I don't think I have last Friday's sesh drawings up yet, so I'll get to those. I will get to those. Okay, so there we have it, our first mate with encountering a mer panda. He's like wearing a beanie. Beanie style hat. now we got to, let's draw a ship. Ship is going to be the challenging thing here. I see a space pirate. Actually, let's draw Davy Jones, and then we'll draw a bunch of pirates on a ship. Okay. Davy Jones, being from Pirates of the Caribbean. And we're gonna draw the pirate Davy Jones, not the monkeys Davy Jones. I'm just searching on that for reference. It's really cool with Davy Jones. Like, he had his little valves here and there that just would blow, you know, morph and blow depending on like. It is. I mean, it's all simulation, but man, it was just like such a great design. They really did a great job with making him feel, you know, also matching it too, because it's all CG, right? And so after this stream, by the way, I'm got another invite for to be on a live stream with Jason Brubaker. So I'm gonna try to hop on there probably after I just grab a quick lunch, and then usually I get back on there because he takes a late lunch. So I kind of usually take a lunch with my family before I jump onto there. So. Let me make his hat just a little bit bigger. Pirates aren't not really known to be subtle folks. He's got little barnacles right here. See, part of this of dealing with drawing things complicated like this, like hair and you know, grass and stuff like that, it's all a matter of just being able to like try to keep it under control. Like, you don't have to draw every single thing. So it's about like giving that illusion of depth and overlap that really helps to sell that illusion of what you're trying to draw. But you know. So you kind of just do things in groups. Like I'm thinking about, for example, like these tentacles here as being at part of one group, but not letting it be too distracting where it takes away from the illusion. Because you want to like kind of just group different ones. Like these guys here to the right are going to be one group as well. So I'm going to, you know, try to keep them sort of together. And just put some okay. You know, then it's okay to always like, you know, do like one that's kind of a little bit off the beaten path. It's okay to separate some near the edges so long as you're not getting too distracting from it. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, feel free to outline certain ones to make it feel like they're a bit more out there. Let's see. I think I need one right here. Okay. I think I might have drawn his beard a little bit big though, because obviously this is going to cover the rest of him, so maybe I'll just make it out like this. So what I should have done before was to just draw, maybe I just shorten this up here, because I need to make his hands kind of more visible, so I'm gonna have to just erase this one. So that was kind of a waste, but I was just enjoying drawing the tentacles so much that I kind of lost track of the important things like his arm. So I'm gonna move this out of the way and give him a sword. Oh yeah, I think he had like a claw, right? I think that's one of his things was he had like a big giant crab claw. Let's see, how do I fix that? I guess it go like this. I can switch it up like so. Yeah, let's try doing that. Maybe that might work. Make this sword a little bit straighter so that we can get some of the, add some little nicks here and there in the blade. Make this feel straight. Avast ye, landlubbers. Okay. Give him a little belt. So this is maybe where we have to clean this up a little bit. I'm gonna go through and clean that up. Yeah, this is definitely one of the more he's definitely a pretty complicated guy. Also in terms of personality. He's like, you know. Okay. Move this guy here. So that's what helps to sell these octopus tentacles is the little curl at the end. You know, you can have them kind of come down a little bit, and then to kind of do this little thing at the end. Okay. We're making progress. That belt feels a little bit off center, so I'm going to move it over. Well, I still have to get to my ship too, so you know, we got a few more minutes here. I'm not giving myself enough time to do the ship, so we'll see if I can get there. I think he might have had another pig. I think he might have had a pig leg too. So let's give him. Well, it was also more like a crab leg if I remember right. Yeah, he had like a crab, like a pointed crab leg. Just a little bit there. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it good for. I don't know. Maybe I need to switch his other. Maybe I need to switch his glove. I'm gonna flip the drawing. So, or let me change this to a boxing glove because I feel like it just feels like a little bit weird. So I'm just gonna just switch it like that. And then he could be like. All right, let's make it a little bit stubbier actually. And then kind of give a little bit of a dark edge because it's a like the crab claws. They kind of get a little bit darker near the tips. So I'm just gonna do this a little bit. All right. So that's our Davy Jones. Yeah, just something about this coat just kind of just bothering me a little bit. There's just too much. There's a little bit too much detail for me that I'm kind of, and that combined with a little bit of with the lack of sleep, I'm kind of struggling through this one a little bit. So appreciate it, guys, for hanging in there with me. Okay, now we're gonna get to the last one here. I think I only have time for one more, where I can actually draw a regular pirate ship. Okay, so now we're gonna try just a ship here. Let's see. We're gonna get pretty cartoony here. So there's the let's see. So this might be a bit fun. So I'm gonna try to keep things pretty simple. There's a lot of stuff on the ship, so we gotta make sure that we don't get too carried away here. But I'm gonna do like a short mast and kind of just like I'm gonna start with the broad shape here. And the thing is, you don't have to be too accurate about things. You can just, you know, have fun with it and just play with just the shapes. You know, you can even have it a little bit chubby like this. Let's go for a chubby ship, okay? Chubby looking ship. And give it a belly. Then we're going to add a spot for the rudder. Or let's put the rudder. The rudder's got to be below here. So usually the ship can be something like that. Okay, then we're going to have, let's see, the deck will be like this. The main mast, and then we could have like another mast right here. On the crow's nest. You know, I haven't done a lot of these pandemonium. I used to do these series called Pandemoniums, where it's just like a giant scene of pandas. And I used to do them with like, I did a cityscape and I did one big giant one. Or the first one I started with had like 500 pandas, and then I drew another one where it's like in a city, and then I drew another one where it's like based in Seattle. And the one in Seattle, like I did it around Pike's Place Market, the Space Needle, and so I actually sell a lot of those prints. So if you go to my site at punchingpandas.com/shop, and you can find the Pandemoniums there. I wanted to do a series of them where it's like, you know, some are in the jungle, some are in the and I had like a pirate ship that I wanted to do, but those actually take me a long time to draw. So I haven't quite gotten the time out of my schedule to draw those. It's like those Where Waldo, Yeah, like the Where's Waldo drawings, like those actually take that guy like I think a couple months to finish. Okay, so I'm just gonna have him like that. Then we also have yeah, my Cintiq is not cooperating with me this morning, so unfortunately it's not going to be as this drawing is definitely not going to be as refined as I want it to be. Yeah, I'm kind of running into some issues here. Let's try to make, maybe it's possible because I'm drawing the pandas way too small. Let me get him a little bit bigger here. Draw the beard. Draw the nose. Draw the hatch. Draw that. Captain of the ship, and then we have our first mate here steering the ship. Okay, and then we also have, let's see, let's draw this guy here. Let's draw the top of the mast. Let's see. Then we got a flag, the pirate T flag. Yeah, we'll just do one mask for now. It'll just be a really, it'll just be how you say. This one's kind of a scallywag, climbing up on the nets. He's got his mug of his favorite beverage, his little Stein. But you get the idea. It's just like you just keep building it out and building it out. This one's cleaning up the deck. Of course, there's also like a decoration. Let's do a wooden usually have like a mermaid or something like that, some kind of and then we'll have our little cannons here. Just gonna draw this really quickly, so sorry if I'm being a little bit quiet here. I'm kind of like concentrating because I'm actually really tired. But it's like me needing another cup of coffee. So sometimes if I get quiet, it's mostly because it's probably fatigue or... And it's only like... It's not even lunchtime yet. Boy. So... But appreciate it, guys. Thanks for hanging in there. I'm just trying to get through this. Get to the... trying to... Because our time is coming up to a close here in a few minutes, so I just want to make sure I actually give you guys something to work with. So there's also the captain's quarters here. You don't want to put like windows. To kind of make it seem like he has a place. This is where he sleeps. This is where he does his scheming. And and then you can put in little details here where it's just like, oh, you know, various decorations and stuff. Splash. Splash. And then to kind of, you don't have to draw every plank of wood, but you can just always do like a little pattern like so to kind of just do a little pattern here, do a little pattern there, here, pattern there, pattern everywhere, pattern. Old Mick Blackbeard had a ship. E-I-E-I-O. Okay, then there's like little... They'll put in little details like these little guy wires and stuff. You don't have to draw them all the way opaque, but you can just draw them just a little bit. Then we'll have one panda here who's like tied up. And I don't really have anybody walking the plank per se, because it's kind of hard to show it at this with what I've drawn so far. I haven't really given any like depth perceptions, so I'm going to just kind of fake it as I go here. And really, it's all about, you don't have to draw everything exactly. You just have to kind of give that illusion that there's something there. So like, for example, like this railing. I'm kind of drawing this railing a little bit strangely. I'm going to try to draw this part too. It's kind of like, oh yeah, there's got to be a set of stairs maybe, like so. But then echoing it over here. That way it can kind of give a sense of depth. Depth. Why does that sound funny to me? Yeah, so there's my pirate ship. It's kind of a little bit messy, but you know, I could try to shade it a little bit to make it feel a little bit more rounded, because it's looking a little bit flat to me. So I'm going to try to, you know, I want to say this is my best work, but you know, it's a warm-up. Sometimes warm-ups don't look quite as polished as the real thing. I think if I were to go through and like clean this up, I definitely would spend a little bit more time just getting the proportions right. And I definitely would not be getting all this blobbiness that's happening right now with my stylus right now, because it's acting pretty bad today. It's actually the worst I've seen it for a while. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out some details with the graphics. Let's see. All right. So I think that we'll end with this. So this is our pirate panda ship. Let's add the rudder right there. Some spray. Let's add a little shark here. A little dorsal fin. Okay, we'll put that parrot right there again. Let's add another pirate. It's like, yeah. Add little do-rags here. Okay. Add a couple of birds to kind of make it feel a little bit more lively, because seagulls and stuff. They go in hand with pirates. Anything seafaring just feels make it feel alive, but not too busy. You know. I mean, this is kind of a bit bordering on the busy side, but I'm gonna try to just clean a couple of these details. Yeah. So, anyways, hope you guys liked what you saw. It's yeah, this is definitely one of the ones I never thought I'd be drawing a ship today. I was gonna be drawing more pandas, but I guess I decided to go a little bit overboard. No pun intended. Or did? Is it intended? Arr! Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop touching this. Stop. So, anyways, if you guys like what you saw, please like this video after it's uploaded, or you can comment below. It helps out with the metrics. And if you guys want to have any more topics that you would like for me to tackle for Scribble Time, feel free to just let me know. I'm also on Wednesdays I'm doing these like little sketches where on Wednesdays I'll do Scribble Time with sketches and markers and traditional materials, so I'll be providing those. I'm actually selling some of those right now, so if you go to my Instagram page, you'll see the latest post has my my traditional sketches available for sale. A few of them were bought already, but I'm sending all those proceeds over to my nephew who had an accident a couple weeks ago. So he's all the proceeds will go directly to him and his family. So feel free to just go check it out. And likewise, like and subscribe this video. And if you guys know anybody else who's interested in following art and watching an artist draw, feel free to share this video and my website in the link. So you can find more at punchingpandas.com, and also these sketches are available at punchingpandas.com/scribbletime. Thanks, guys, and you guys have a great start to your week. Let's make this week a good one. So.